Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Brew here on Brew Sports, a Tuesday edition of the program. My goodness, is there a lot to talk about this morning. And honestly, I'm more excited to just talk to Jamie because Jamie's the person that's freaking out. She walked in the studio, was just like,
3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
oh my gosh.
Yay!
The Nashville Predators are up 3-0 on the Chicago Blackhawks. Are you kidding me?
Oh, gosh.
What is going on in the hockey world, Jamie?
I have no idea. I don't know.
It's weird.
But
it's
I'm
crazy.
excited.
It's amazing. All at the same time. You can't write this, Jamie. You just can't write something like this. But we'll talk about that a little bit. Do your best to contain yourself. We'll be talking about that with Amy Page, one of our NHL correspondents, in just a little bit on the Morning Brew. Quick reminder for you, of course, as we go through the program today, give us your thoughts, your comments, your NHL surprises, anything to do with the sports world, any questions that you have. Why is Jamie's hair two different colors? I don't know. You can ask that. Maybe she'll answer for us.
I don't know, but it was expensive.
You can that's true. I don't know why, but here it is. I guess this is what you want to do. I mean, I have little sailboats and anchors on my shirt. You're welcome to ask me about that. We're kind of an open book on the Morning Brew, honestly. We just help you start off your day the best way you possibly can. Quick reminder for you as well, too. You can watch us here on Facebook. You can watch us live on YouTube, and you can also listen to us live on Spreaker.com as well. Just search for Spreaker and search for Brew Sports and YouTube and all that fun stuff. Just search for Brew Sports online somewhere, and you will find us all over the place, plain and simple. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward,
simple.
Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning to all of you chiming in. Of course, right off the bat, it is great to see everybody. As we mentioned, we will answer any questions or thoughts that you have about the world, not only of sports, but we're going to be talking a little bit about how United Airlines just can't seem to catch a break in just a little bit. And apparently Olivia Munn has moved on from Aaron Rodgers a lot quicker than we thought she would. So we'll talk about that and much more. In just a little bit. Josh says, don't jinx it. He's already yelling at me saying, don't jinx it. The Predators are up 3-0. Or 3-0, not 3-0. Sorry, my soccerness is showing there. 3-0. Jeff is jumping on the Preds bandwagon. I'm how many times do we have to talk about this? I don't have a hockey allegiance. I just like a good story, okay? So I think this is great. And the Blues being up 3-0. I'm not on the Blues bandwagon either, okay? Jamie's been a fan for a while, I think. I mean, how long have you been a Predators fan? I don't even know.
Probably like 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but that's when I started watching hockey. So
that's true. So I mean, it's not like you've been bouncing between the Red Wings and the Canucks.
Right.
It's like no. As long as I've been a hockky fan, I've been a Predators fan.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But it's not like you were piggybacking off of their massive success.
Someone actually made fun of me on Facebook yesterday. They were like,
What?
goalie interference, and I'm like, he was out of the crease because
Out of the crease.
Corey
Look
Crawford
at you.
came out and
Speaking hockey.
whatever. And they're like, I remember you used to wear a Blackhawks jersey. And I was like, I had a Blackhawks t-shirt when I first started watching hockey because it was the first NHL game I went to. And then I realized that was stupid. And I've only purchased Predators gear since then.
And I realized that my life had taken a horrible turn. And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. I actually am going to make a smart decision now.
And then someone had my back. And I was like, the only hockey sweater I've ever owned was Philip Forsberg's.
Boom. Love Philip. You should name your first son Philip.
Yeah, with an F.
Yes. That would be amazing. I'm not having
kids.
Or are you?
Nope.
What if it's Philip Forsberg's kids?
Okay.
Or PK Subban's kids?
I'll have all of the kids.
Love it. Time for What's Brewing. Time to talk about what's taking place here in the sports world. First, What's Brewing this morning has to center around the University of Texas. So the excitement of the college football season is still very far away. Many a folk, I believe, would say. I mean, we still have a ways to go before the season gets here. However, the University of Texas decided that it would be a good idea to go out and get new lockers. New lockers. You want to talk about, getting new things that, help make your facility better. Well, they've decided to put in these 43-inch, I'm going to play it again just because it was slow. They have these lockers now that have 43-inch projector screens, or just screens on the top that tell the players' names, their position, where they're from, show highlights as they're going about life as well, too. That seems a bit excessive to me.
I agree. What's wrong with like a nameplate that says Smith?
Yeah, like
you still know where your
Smith.
locker is?
Yeah, each locker is a 43-inch monitor instead of a nameplate. Hashtag This Is Texas. Hashtag Revolution18. That's what Bob Shipley tweeted out a couple of days ago. Mike, There is, and I showed this to my wife last night. I was like, okay, I'm like, she's the big advocate for like, listen, like, there's not like to be like, there's children starving, there's poverty here, you could do this, you could help people, charity, other than, she's like, why do we need to do this? Why are we spending money on stuff like this? I'm like, because you can't pay college athletes, and that's why UCF has a student village and a lazy river. That's why Clemson has a slide, like, in their locker room, like, because you can do crazy stuff like this because you can't pay the athletes to bring them in.
It's unnecessary. I don't know. They look super cool. Don't get me wrong. They look awesome. And I would like to put my knapsack in there.
Your knapsack.
A knapsack.
You're a knapsacker?
My backpack. But geez Louise. It is so highly unnecessary.
It is incredibly
like
unnecessary.
What you're gonna have a little footage of everybody rolling on the top of their lockers. Like one that's busy. I don't like that. It's too busy.
It is. Like I feel like if I'm walking in, I feel like it's like overstimulating me. I'm just like, what is going on? Like
just put
too
their
much.
name.
Like what if you're a freshman? You don't have highlights.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you just get like a little like picture of you? Just like, there you go, bro. Like thanks for playing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're cool.
We'll have to see.
I don't know. Jeff is giving us an update about the which Brew Sports host are you most like? Have you seen this whole conundrum taking place?
Did Jeff make that?
Jeff made this. Yes. So if you haven't seen this or been a part of it yet, yeah, Jeff says the latest quiz results are in. 16 people are like myself. 10 people are like you.
Wow.
7 people are like Tanner, and 7 people are like our two up front soccer host Simon Provan. Apparently.
Huh.
So. People are finding out which Brew Sports host they are. It's kind of exciting.
One of the girls I work with did it, and she's like, I didn't even try to be you, and I ended up being you. Like some of the answers, I obviously answered everything like me.
Of course,
because I'm me.
I answered honestly. I was like, I'm gonna just answer exactly how I want to, because certain things clearly it's like, okay, like he would give me there were certain options where it's like, would you rather spend time with your family? Would you rather talk about soccer? Would you rather like, stand in a bar and drink or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, clearly I'm not Jamie. Clearly, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'm going to spend time with my family. So, like, it could go in a couple of different directions.
Yeah.
So that was just the weird, interesting thing about it. Robert says, so who's Peter Forsberg? Maybe he played for the Avalanche or something. I've heard of Peter Forsberg's name. I don't know where Peter Forsberg is from.
There's a bunch of different Forsbergs in the NHL.
I have a friend named Kyle Forsberg, and he doesn't play hockey. So not everybody that has Forsberg, unfortunately, is a hockey player. Robert says they love football way too much in Texas. Josh has nice lockers for a team with 3 consecutive losing seasons. It's true. It's a little sad, unfortunately. And Bruce says, as a freshman, you just get Family Feud reruns from GSN. Yeah,
I'd take it.
I would be fine with about that. I mean, that would work for me. And Jeff also says, I'm jumping on the Preds bandwagon. Jamie's a true Brew believer. Is a true Brew believer. Right. I have no idea. And Jeff says, why would somebody else want to be like somebody else? Wait, I don't answer that. No, yeah, exactly. Don't answer that question. We want to talk about that. But good morning to all of you. Jeff, Brew, Josh, Sarah chiming in as well, too. Good to see everybody this morning as well. What else is brewing in the sports world, Jamie? I think there's something. The Boston Marathon took place yesterday. Kenya sweeping the Boston Marathon, so congratulations to them.
Don't think we're surprised about, right?
No, but Kenya's kind of like the Patriots of the racing marathon world, or the Warriors or the Cavs of the NBA world. Like, you just know they're going to be good. But something strange took place during the Boston Marathon.
Yeah. So if you got a chance to check it out, it's hilarious. A gentleman was running beside the other runners. He was a bystander.
Bystander?
A fan?
Both?
A watcher. And
observer?
He had that lovely sign with him as he's, running 6 miles an hour, and these people are cooking it at 10. As a little bit of a motivation, New England came back losing by 25 points. You can come back and
win the race.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Do you commend this guy? Like, this seems just absolutely amazing. And you sent me the direct thing. So ESPN Media reached out to this guy after the picture. They said, yeah, this guy is at the Boston Marathon right now. ESPN Media tweeted at the guy, said, hello, may we have your permission to use this photo, the photo we just used with your courtesy on all platforms. And the guy tweeted back, he said, after the witch hunt that ESPN led against Tom Brady, ? Absolutely the F not. In fact, block me right now. Go F yourselves. That's amazing.
Funny. It's also
it's like,
funny.
You want to talk about how hard-nosed Boston people are. Like, that's like, people are seriously mad about the stupid stuff that with Deflategate and everything that took place with Tom Brady. Like, this makes That makes me chuckle on the inside.
And if you look at him, he looks like a dad that sits on his couch on Sundays and would make this sign. Like he looks like your typical football fan. It's hilarious, and I love funny people. And like I would never be witty enough to come up with that. That's funny.
That is really funny.
It's
I mean, that takes a
funny.
little bit of time, honestly, but still super
So
funny. Let us know your thoughts about anything that we talked about so far in the sports world. We are going to bring in one of our good friends here, Amy Page, in just a moment to talk about the NHL. Any other final thoughts here for what's brewing this morning? I mean, a quick check on the comments as well, too, to see what else everybody's chiming in with. I know Sarah has yet to heckle me about anything this morning, so I'm waiting. I think that's a win for me so far today. I haven't insulted baseball yet, so that's a good sign. But it's still early, I guess. So we'll have to see, I guess, if I venture down that route. But a couple of good mornings to get to. Caleb and Liz as well tuning in. Good to see you guys. Robert says he looked it up. He said so. Peter Forsberg is the 4th all-time in assist hockey Hall of Fame, and believe it or not, played for the Predators at one time. He won 2 Stanley Cups with the Avalanche. Mm-hmm. So there you go, Peter Forsberg, the man, the myth, the legend. That is Peter Forsberg. How do you feel about Peter Forsberg? Do you like Peter Forsberg? Forsberg. Just a strange. I don't know. It's kind of one of those last names where you hear and you're just like, okay, like.
There's someone in the AHL who has him as a goalie. I think it's Rockford.
I don't know. You're saying like, wait, that has him as
like
that has
like
the last
another,
name.
Yeah,
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I thought this guy was. How can you be like the 4th all-time assist leader if you're dishing that out?
There's a tweet I saw yesterday that said, going into Game 3, Pekka Rinne has more points than the entire Chicago.
Well, duh.
Which is funny because he has 2 assists, but he's a goalie, so that doesn't happen often.
I love it.
But it's funny.
It is funny. All right, let's get to Amy Page, one of our NHL correspondents. As she can kind of help us break down everything that's taking place with this chaos that has been the first couple of games for the NHL playoffs. First of all, Amy, a very good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Very excited about the sports world. Very excited about the hockey world. I know Jamie is just beside herself excited about what's going on. So let's start right away with it. The Nashville Predators are up 3-0 against the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't even think Predator fans thought it would start like this. What have you been able to kind of decipher with these first 3 games? And are we going to see the inevitable brooms coming out to call the sweep after the next game?
So, from what I've gathered, I'm from Chicago, but I'm not a Blackhawks fan. I keep accumulating different teams, so I just kind of fell off that train.
Whoa.
But,
crazy.
No one ever admits that, Amy.
I have the Canadian stuff on, it happens. But from what I've gathered from the few games I've been able to watch this year of the Hawks, they don't play cohesively like a team, so I think pretty soon this sweep might actually happen. And I mean, Nashville's pretty strong. They have Subban now, which I miss him a lot, but I'm glad he went to a team that actually likes him. But I think it'll be good for Nashville to sweep this series. I think it's something no one expected, and it'll really change up the dynamic that we see of the Western Conference.
I mean, I feel like I can probably speak for a lot of the Preds fans and say that this is extremely unexpected. We did go 2-0 last year on the road and then came home and lost right away. But this is so exciting.
Jamie's beside herself. I mean, and it's been in dramatic fashion, too. I mean, you shut them out in Game 1, 1-0.
Yep.
You shut them out in Game 2, 5-0.
Right.
And then last night, you're down 2 goals, and you come back to win 3-2. I mean, you can't write something like this.
Right,
It
so
just is amazing.
Right, so the first period was scoreless. Then the Hawks came back and scored 2-zip in the second. And then Phil Forsberg came back and tied it up. And then stupid Kevin Fiala, who I don't really care for.
Obviously.
Because I think he's a selfish child. Came back and won an OT. So thanks, Kevin. But
Yeah, get out of here, Kevin.
Yeah.
No one likes you. Oh, my gosh. So, Amy, talk to us a little bit about one of the other series that is looking at a sweep right now, St. Louis and the Wild. Once again, another series that I think even the Blues fans have been like, please, we're not going to sweep the Wild. We're terrible. We can't do anything in the first round.
I'm surprised the Wild blown it.
Exactly. How much stock do you put in this Blues team, though? Do you think they have what it takes to close out the series and or still be successful in the remainder of the playoffs?
I don't think they're going to get like a clean like shutout sweep, but I think they could still do it. It's a lot harder to come back from 0-3 than it is to just like win one more game somewhere along the road to Game 7. But that's a series I haven't been super keeping an eye on. I don't know much about either team, and I have so many series. But I'm surprised. I thought the Wild was really gonna just like sweep it and go on, but they just haven't.
I think too, when you look at even like the Pittsburgh Blue Jackets games, like, okay, I expected the Blue Jackets to at least get on the board a little bit and at least like make it like 3-1, 2-1, something.
They stormed through the regular season, and people thought this was going to be the year we finally had a different team challenge for the Cup.
Right, but as far as the Wild, like they've been killing it all season long, and they are just choking top. Like this is not what I expected to come from them. I thought that they would have tried maybe a little bit harder.
Well, the ironic thing in all of this is that the Wild fired their coach last year, and he's on the team that's beating him right now, the St. Louis Blues. So you have that irony in the sense of like, all right, you didn't want me in your team, well, I'm going to go join a rival team and now beat you this way, kind of a thing. So it's kind of ironic how that works. But aside from that, though, you kind of briefly touched on the Blue Jackets series with the Penguins, but what other series have you been keeping an eye on, Amy, and what do we need to keep an eye on moving forward for these next couple of very crucial round one games?
The three that I've been trying to keep an eye on, and they're mostly three teams that I follow both like through the regular season and whenever, if they ever make the playoffs, are the Leafs, the Oilers, and the Canadiens. With the Leafs, I didn't expect this like overtime excitement to ever happen 3 games in a row, let alone have them mostly go in the Leafs' direction. I sort of thought the Caps would just like come in, it'd be like, yay, we made it to the playoffs, and then the Caps would just kind of sweep us away and move on. But the Caps kind of show up very like late in the game, or, have one really good period. Like last night, they showed up a lot in the second period and then fell apart in 1 and 2. Or they showed up in 1 or fell apart in 2 and 3. And it's this really weird circle of, if you have to play a 60-minute game. You can't just show up for period 1 and expect to win and to not have the team come back.
Well, and I think, too, with the Capitals, the one thing that I've seen consistently is that they've always done a great job of winning the regular season, but when it comes to playoff time, they never can put the pieces together. It's not like this team doesn't have the talent to be successful. Is it just a lack of experience in the playoffs? Is it a coaching issue? If you had to diagnose the issue with what the Capitals are facing come playoff time, Amy, what would be your thoughts about that?
I don't know if it's a coaching issue because Trotz does very well, but he can't seem to like put the nail in the coffin and take them all the way. So it might be time to start looking for a coach with more experience in, the final rounds at the playoffs. And also their power play and penalty kill just seem to fall apart. I don't know why, but there's something like they take either really dumb penalties or they don't take any shots on their power play. And it's just this weird cycle of, either teams have ramped up against them for the playoffs, and so they don't really know how to, like, counter that. They just play kind of the same game after game. And eventually other teams figure that out, especially when you're playing them, back to back to back.
Did you get a chance last night to check out the Ducks Flames game at all?
No, I fell asleep.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know what happened.
4-1. Going into was it going into the third period or going into the second period, or what was the deal with this game? I don't remember.
It was on the same time. Yeah, I believe it was 4-1. Then they came back and tied in the third, 4-4, and then the Ducks came out of nowhere and won in overtime. And that
unbelievable.
Speaking of overtime, why have playoffs not adopted the 3-on-3? Everybody loves 3-on-3.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a full 20-minute, just like it was just another period. And I'm like, especially when the Leafs went into double OT, I was like, why can't this just be 5-minute 3-on-3? I don't want to be here till 2 a.m.
Yeah. It gets annoying after a while.
They were flashing all the signs at the Verizon Center, like the Metro closes at midnight, and everyone's like, how are we going to get home?
That is kind of funny, honestly. But so, Amy, as we kind of look forward here the rest of the way, I know we've only seen a couple of games here in the series, but have you seen enough to believe that who you originally thought might be your Stanley Cup champion maybe has changed by this point? I mean, first of all, who did you pick to win? And based off at least these first 3 or 4 games we've seen, has that mentality changed at all? I know it still is a long way to go, but has anything changed in your mind, at least through the first couple of games?
I had Montreal winning it all, mostly because I don't make smart decisions in my bracket. But I think until I see who we're going to play in the West or who comes next round, I really don't have a clear picture of who I can see taking it all. Because, for all I know, the Oilers could just rise from the ashes and win it all. And we'd be like, whoa. And I wouldn't be mad about that. But I don't really have a clear victor right now.
Fair enough.
I don't see it being Pittsburgh as much as I know people in Pittsburgh would want it to be. I'm not a huge repeat winner person. I like a new winner each year. I don't know, it just makes it more fun. But I don't know who I can see raising it at this point.
And I think that's the part that people love the most about the playoffs, is that it's not a clear race anymore. Granted, like I said, it's still the first round. We're going to see the Giants and the Davids, move and groove all over the place. But I think ultimately, who people in their minds, it's not going to be, a 1 seed at the end of the day. I think it's going to be Nashville. It's going to be a team that has had to work their way against the grain, as it were, St. Louis and other teams that have had to fight hard to get there. So I'm really excited about the rest of the playoffs, honestly. I think it's going to be very exciting, and I'm actually going to be paying attention more so than I already had planned to be anyway, just because of the drama that has taken place so far in the first couple of games. So
I think we could see a lot more old dynasties returning, like teams that haven't won in decades.
And I think that would be good for the sport of hockey overall, honestly. Anytime you can get those old dynasties to reinvent themselves, I think people ultimately are very happy about that. So, Amy, we have to let you run, but before we do, where can people find you on social media to keep up with you and whatever hockey knowledge you might be throwing out at the social media world?
Sure, my big one is Twitter. You can find me at Regular Time Lady, and I can post a link somewhere. I'll send it to you guys because that's terrible to spell, but you can find me there. You can find me on, if you're in the State College area, WKPS on Wednesday nights. I don't talk sports, I talk video games, but I'm still there. And that's my main 2 platforms.
Fantastic, Amy. Well, it's a pleasure, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, there goes Amy Page this morning here on the Morning Brew, giving us the updates and insight into the soccer, hockey, whatever world we're talking about. I don't know why I said soccer. I'm so used to it. This is why I'm like, tell me how, because that's the thing. There's so many teams that have the same city that are playing in the playoffs that are also in Major League Soccer.
Oh, Baxter.
The Chicago Fire, Montreal Impact, the LA Galaxy, the New York Red Bulls. There's so many teams. Whatever. I hate all of you. No, I'm kidding. Somebody get me a reflector. I got to throw it. Just kidding. If you missed halftime yesterday, you missed a lot. I took a reflector and beamed Tanner in the face because he told me there was a 4th LeVar Ball. There's just a 4th brother, okay? English. Hey.
There's a 4th brother.
Stop. Lil Dicky. It's not actually a truth thing, no. It was all a gimmick. They were just having some LOLs because that's what they do. Anyway. So it's Tuesday, which is a great time to be alive. A couple of comments on Facebook, too. Liz says, I love how excited Jamie is about this topic. Yay. So fun. Heart. It is. It's very exciting to see you all fired up about hockey. Is there anything else you need to say about hockey before we go away from it? Because I know that there's never enough time to talk about it in your mind. So I want to make sure that we don't fully ruin it before we move on to other things.
No, I think I got my excitement out today.
You got it out?
Well, so far. I mean, for the next half hour, I'll be good.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, we're good.
Okay.
I did. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So after the game yesterday, I called because I have to work later this week at the bar. So I called, and we have uniforms we have to wear. And I was like, just so you know, I'm wearing my Forsberg jersey. You can send me home. I don't care, but I'm wearing it. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning by the time the game got done. He's like, is that really what you're calling me for right now? I was like, yeah. I was like, because I'm going to wear it, and you can send me home, but I'm going to wear it. So
please send me home so I can watch the game instead of work.
So it's a 7 o'clock game on Thursday, so I'll be able to catch like the first 2 periods at work. Hopefully make it on the other side for the third. We'll see.
Boy, oh boy. Exciting.
And then if they win, it's sweet. And then there's no game 5, which would be great, but I also just like playoff hockey. So
playoff hockey is very exciting. It's way more entertaining than regular season hockey, as many people would probably think.
Yeah, but I don't always am confused by that saying. By that.
Because you have more to play for in the playoffs.
You think that's it?
Yeah,
like
we're
it's the same game.
Like if I lose game 20 of the regular season, I know that I've got another like 60 games to redeem myself. Where if I lose, I can only lose up to 2 games or 3 games, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
So the level of the room for error is much smaller in the playoffs. Where in the regular season, you can go on a 10-game losing streak and still make the playoffs.
Gotcha.
That's what it means.
Okay.
Got
Thanks.
you. A couple of comments on Facebook. Robert says, "Go Pittsburgh." 87 Crosby is the man. Adam says, "The NHL playoffs are a clean sheet. Everyone starts over. It doesn't matter where you end at the season." Exactly. Caps need to get over the pressure and trash the Leafs. I'm sensing Adam might be a bit of a Capitals fan based off of that.
I have the Capitals Blackhawks going all the way, but so far.
You'd be content with being wrong.
Yeah.
Like that's like when people fill out like their March Madness brackets and stuff too. Like everyone's got like their team. Like for me, like if the Badgers had gone to the championship and won it all, yeah, that would have just wrecked my bracket. But I wouldn't have been mad about it. Been like, oh my gosh, like the Badgers. Like I'm so happy. Thank you.
The Badgers.
Ermagerd, the Badgers. Wow, that was basically how I sound. Like, wow, good for you, Wisconsin. I'm so proud of you. Lord have mercy. So it is a Terrible Tuesday edition here on the program where we talk about people potentially having a terrible Tuesday based off of events that either took place on Monday or have already had a bad day. I mean, it's 7:30 in the morning. I don't know how bad your day could possibly be. It is possible. I mean, like, I ran into my closet this morning because it was dark. So, I mean, like, I'm kind of having a terrible Tuesday. Like, aside from that, my day is going well. I haven't had coffee yet, so, I mean, that could be another issue for me not having a good Tuesday. But otherwise, I'm here with you. I'm talking to all of you amazing people. My Tuesday's well.
Nice.
I'm having a good time. I am
Mine's
enjoying
great.
my life. You seem to be. You're just like, what? So do you know of anybody that might be having a terrible Tuesday?
Blackhawks fans. Oh my god.
Have you seen the memes with SpongeBob where it's like, really, Squidward? Really? Or like whatever it is? I don't know. Like your face though, because like SpongeBob does this like.
But you knew where I was going.
Yeah, I was like you know what I'm about to say. You're like a little kid. It's so funny. I need to find things to get fired up about as much as you do.
I'm just so excited right now.
I mean, the soccer playoffs, aren't they not so much fun? It's hockey, I know.
Woo.
I'm saying like me talking about me thanking Amy for being a soccer correspondent.
Oh, yeah.
When she's actually a hockey correspondent. Yeah. There you go. Anyway,
I'm so excited.
So, aside from the Blackhawks fans, is there anybody else that is having these terrible Tuesdays? Because I can think of a couple people, but I didn't know if you have a couple as well.
I can think of one. Persons?
Yeah. People?
Yep. United just can't catch a break.
United Airlines. So we need to just pour one out for United because it goes from bad to worse for them, I feel like. So if you haven't heard this, United Airlines, this is according to Yahoo and the Daily Mail and numerous other places, a Canadian man, of course, because it has to be. I don't understand why I would specify that it was a Canadian man. But anyway, a Canadian man was stung by a scorpion while traveling on a United Airlines flight. Now, United isn't just hating themselves and putting scorpions in the overhead bins because they just are saying, well, we might as well just burn all of our planes. But a couple that had been traveling home from Mexico somehow had the scorpion come with them, somehow got into their bag or got wherever they were, got itself loose, and then dropped down in the middle of the flight on the top of a guy's head, and then fell down onto his hand and like stung him in the thumb or in like the nail or whatever. So thankfully it didn't do too much damage to him, but of course it happened. It had to be on a United Airlines flight.
I'm just really confused because when you close an overhead bin, like click, like it closes.
Right.
Like they're not flapping around.
No.
So how did this little creature,
I don't know,
get out of there, fall on his hair, be relaxed enough to flop onto his table, and then as he went to pick it up.
Yeah.
And don't pick up a scorpion. Who picks up a scorpion?
Yeah, that's
Nobody.
not usually my first
Leave
thought.
it.
When I see a scorpion, I would have just been like,
I would have screamed and climbed over the person
I wouldn't use my
next to
bare
me.
hand because, Yeah.
And then he shoot it onto the floor, and then someone said, "Oh my God, it's a scorpion!"
And then the whole plane loses its mind,
Yeah.
and then you see the plane like.
But don't touch it. Don't touch it. No, if I saw a scorpion, I would not touch it.
It really just irks me in the fact that it's like, come on, like use common sense. Like if you see a bug, like at least like do something with it. Like just don't. I mean, United Airlines might as well. Like is United just at a better place right now that they should just stop? Should they just?
No, it's not their fault that a scorpion is on the plane.
But I mean, if you're the head of PR, do you just literally just light your computer on fire and
I think you just
quit your
take to
job?
Twitter and just say sorry.
Like. Oops.
We'll try again in 2018.
Serious. 2017 has not been good for us, guys.
No.
We're just going to back out right now because we really have no good reason to continue to exist because we just can't do it. Just not going to do it. Aside from that, if you haven't heard about if you don't know who the Cash Me Outside girl is, how about that? She went on Dr. Phil. What was it? I've actually never seen the real video. I've just heard everybody and their mother talk about the Cash Me Outside girl. So she was originally going to get her own reality TV show because America. And now, apparently, according to TMZ and other incredible news sources, she got busted for, her and a friend got busted in Florida with marijuana. She's 14 years old, for those that don't know. She got busted for marijuana the same day after she had appeared in court for felony charges. So this girl apparently is doing everything right because she, has gone from being on Dr. Phil to then having a reality TV show deal, apparently, supposedly, to then now having felony charges against her, now getting busted for marijuana. Like, get your act together, young lady. What the heck is going on here?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I'm from Florida. There's some pretty white trashy trash in Florida, and this girl is a prime definition of something like that.
I mean, for one, I think by us continually bringing her up in the media, like that's what she wants. So she just does more stupid shit to get her face out there.
But getting busted for marijuana, I mean, is that really what it classifies?
She's already facing felony
though?
charges. She doesn't care. She doesn't care what's not on a record next. She's already a felon.
Girl's 14 years old. I mean, at 14 years old, for me, I didn't even know what weed was.
Right, but she that's why you're not the Cash Me Outside girl.
How about that? I mean, makes sense to me. Like
she doesn't give a rat's behind that she's now got possession charges. She doesn't care.
Like, do a little bit more with your life,
her.
Like, have a little bit of self-worth. Like, come on.
I'm over
Get
her.
it together. I have no idea. Yeah, Robert says, I call a hoax someone who's trying to fake a lawsuit. And Adam says, I agree with Robert on this one. Oh, for United. I'm sorry, guys, not the Cash Me Outside girl. That is, yeah, I would agree with you on that one, too. And Josh also says, we went 23 minutes without a ball reference. So, hashtag ball tracker. You heard it here first. Brew Sports has an official ball tracker, apparently. My goodness. This is the pinnacle of my entire broadcasting career. We have a ball tracker. Life is good.
And Baxter hasn't injured anybody.
Yet.
We're doing good.
Still early, Jamie.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. I'm coming for you. Hopefully not. But kind of this kind of stuff just really just irks me. It's like, okay, just get your life together and or just stop because you have no reason to continuously try to get yourself in the spotlight. If you're just going to be that girl, nobody wants to be that girl, right? You wouldn't want to be that girl.
No.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No. But she had her 50 minutes fame, then no one talked about it for a little bit, so why not, right?
Sure.
Like, I feel like that's her thing.
I think so.
And her mom doesn't seem to care either. So.
No, and that's the big part about all this, that her mom doesn't seem to care, which I think is even worse because, I mean, parents, why do you not love your children? I mean, do you not just want to send them out there and wish them the best? Like, you just don't care? You're just like, all right, good luck.
I don't think her mom's really a...
stand-up kind of gal?
Yeah.
Probably true. Speaking of a stand-up gal, though.
Oh, boy.
Olivia Munn. We remember this. Where'd you think I was going?
I don't know.
Okay. You'd never know with my transitions, I guess. So, for those that don't know, Aaron Rodgers and Olivia Munn broke up. What was this now? Been 2 weeks ago, I guess, basically. And Olivia Munn apparently has already moved on, but not in the sense that you think it is. She has appeared on the Latino version of Cosmopolitan, so Cosmopolitan en Español. On a very, very pretty picture, just very glammed out, wow, whoosy, hazy kind of a thing. Kind of appearing that she just doesn't care. You know, she just is like, listen, like, I'm really pretty. My life is just fine. Granted, some of these cover pictures are usually taken a couple of months sometimes in advance before they're actually published. Very rarely do you do this, like, in live time. Do you think she's moved on? Do you think she cares anymore about Aaron Rodgers? Do you think Aaron still cares about her?
Yes, they've been broken up for less than a month. We said it yesterday, the best way to, like stay busy. Like, maybe she's just staying busy.
Staying busy, try not to think about Aaron,
right.
try to think about...
She's not over him, he's not
love
over
lost.
her.
He broke up with her, by the way, if you didn't hear this.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, so according to ESPN and a couple other sources close to Aaron Rodgers, supposedly, he broke up with her because she was too controlling.
Sounds about right. Crazy girls. Girls are crazy.
Crazy women. Yeah. They're everywhere.
I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm. She just likes douchebags. Which makes total sense.
I'm happy you could say that word.
What? I have no problem saying that word. What is...
No, I said I'm happy you can say that word. Never mind.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. What is going on? I feel like all my shows are being turned against me. Lord have mercy. Is anybody else having a terrible Tuesday, Jamie?
I don't know. Liz said that Donald Trump, which I did see the video of yesterday. I
heard about this.
Yeah, forgot to put his hand over his heart for the national anthem until his immigrant wife tapped his hand and made him put her up there.
Is it here? Is it here? Where do I put my hand? Oh, here. This is where it is. America. Like, are you kidding me? You're the president of the United States. How do you not know that you put your hand above your heart? Like, I get what athletes sometimes don't do it. Like, they'll do, like, the arms behind the back, be like, all right, like, getting excited, like, whatever. But, like, even then, like, put your hand on your heart. Like, even as a broadcaster, like, in a booth, like, when I hear the national anthem, like, I put my hand on my heart. And I look around. Nobody does it anymore.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I went to a Brewers game once with my coworkers, and I wore a baseball cap, and I never wear, I mean, I do wear hats often, but not to the...
I think you've worn a hat on the show before.
Mm-mm.
Maybe not.
No.
Why do I feel like I've seen you with a hat on? Maybe not.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But
Must have been your twin.
I wear them, enough, but never, like I said, never at like a ball game or anything.
Sure.
And I forgot to take it off during the national anthem, but I just wasn't paying attention, and I never wore hats during national anthems. And like the little old man in our office, Tim, he's so cute. He's like, next time you should make sure you take off your hat. And I was like,
oh, Tim.
I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about it. And he's like, it's okay, you're a girl, you can get away with it. And I was like, no, I still should take it off.
Is it socially acceptable? Because
forgot.
Don't you hear that though? Like in the conversations or like in like the pregame reads. Like I'm a PA announcer, I've read that, and for all who are willing, please stand and remove your hats, or gentlemen, remove your hats, kind of a thing for the playing of the national anthem.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
I mean, when the Kentucky Derby's on and they play the national anthem, and all those ladies have their big ass hats on, like they're not like sitting there going like, oh, 1 second, like. Let me take my hat off and like put it over my heart, like as I wait for the national anthem. Like, no, you leave your hats on.
Yeah.
But the guys, they're just like, okay, take my hat off. Like,
more of like a hair thing.
Guys have nice hair. You're allowed to have nice hair. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And does that make you un-American if you don't take your hat off? Like people that freak out in that regards would be like, oh my gosh, you hate America. Like I just forgot to take my hat off. Don't overread it. It's not like me leaving my hat on is me basically saying F you America. Like that's not what it is. Now if you had a hat on that said F you America and you were like, aha, like, well then yeah.
A little different.
Totally different. Don't do that. Not in this country at least. Totally different. My gosh. Yeah, Liz says he was busy thinking about how great he is and not how great our country is. Look at Liz getting all political this morning. Firing the people up. Way to go, Liz. I love that. A couple other things here. Oh my, my computer was not refreshing, and all of a sudden I just see all of these comments. My goodness. Brewer says, "Cash me on United." Apparently, Adam says, with so many parents openly smoking around their kids know at a young age. That is true. Chris says, "I'm tired of those frickin' scorpions on these mother frickin' planes." Yes, that's a great reference. Do you understand the reference?
Snakes on a plane?
Yeah. Did you see the Capital One commercial about steaks on a plane?
No, I've also never seen the movie.
I haven't either, but I know the reference.
Oh.
Simon says, "Baxter, looking fresh, dude." Thank you, Simon. I took a page out of your playbook. Simon Mitchell, one of our soccer correspondents.
Is it actually a soccer correspondent?
A real correspondent.
Okay.
He knows everything there is to know about badminton.
Just checking.
No, Simon is a very good-looking man and dresses similar to this, and I channeled my inner Simon Mitchell this morning, so I had to throw it on today, apparently. And Adam also says, "I was at Stonefire Pizza for a birthday party a couple weeks ago, and inside, so many parents had the weed stank on their persons. And outside, I walked my kids through clouds of smoke on the way home. First of all,
nice.
what Stonefire Pizza were you at that you?
I don't even know what Stonefire Pizza is.
It's kind of like I think it's like a blaze or a mod pizza, I think. So it's like a quick, you get like the personal size pizzas and you can make it and all that fun stuff. I believe. Jeff says hashtag Team Baxter. Thanks, Jeff. 20 points to you. Jamie's like, those damn points are coming back. Stop it. Tired of these damn points on these mother-frickin' planes. Oh, wait, that's not it. Anyway, what else? Is there anything else?
Maybe.
Possibly.
We could talk a little bit about Ray White.
Wei Weiss? Rice Ray?
Yep.
Sounds like something I would order at the local Chinese restaurant. I'll have some of your Wei Weiss, please.
We could talk about Wei Weiss real quick.
Like whey protein, like W-H-E-Y, some Wei Weiss. I get that could make a lot of sense. I mean, sure. So Ray Rice is doing something nice because for those that don't know, Ray Rice is a not nice man. Nice and Rice, they usually don't go together. Domestic violence, a couple, was it 2014, 2013? I forget when exactly it was. 14. But we've all seen the elevator video of him just cold clocking his woman straight out. She's out before she hits the floor, and then he drags her out of the elevator.
Doesn't even pick her up.
No, just like, girl, he probably looked at her and be like, girl, get up. Like, what you doing?
Like, I can't, I'm asleep.
Oh, no, help me.
Snoozing. Well, we kind of talked about this the other day and the repercussions that these gentlemen should face after they commit
heinous crimes.
Yeah, donating to a domestic shelter or a woman's something or another. So
what is Ray Rice doing then?
Making a video talking about his life and like why his actions. But I don't know if that makes it seem like an excuse or if he's just trying to make people understand that he's not a bad person, but sometimes the events that happen in your life cause you to react in certain ways. Because this is going to be ESPNW, like they were involved in this, so
which is the ESPN like women's side of coverage,
right? So they obviously feel like this is okay.
Clearly, and that's the thing. I mean, Ray Rice has not only been trying to get a job back in the National Football League, but also just trying to repair his image because obviously he knows what he did was wrong. You punch a woman. I don't know very many people that would be like, she had it coming.
Right.
Get over it. Like, next time, put your hands up. Like, play defense. Like Ray Rice, like, as soon as he made the hit, he was like, oh, crap. Shoot. Like, there goes my career, my endorsements, everything.
Yeah, he said, I think the NFL has such a huge platform, and I've seen the platform I had when I was playing and when I would go out and help people. I go out now, and if I don't have an NFL platform, I'm going out there and helping. Whoa. I go out now, and if I don't have the NFL platform, but I'm going out there and helping people out. So if I never play down again, I don't see why I couldn't use their platform to go out and make a difference. So he wants to use the NFL to help make awareness for
domestic violence.
Correct.
And there's other players as well that are involved with this. A couple of former players, a couple of current players as well, getting involved with this to help kind of this domestic violence campaign that is going on. Because it is unfortunately something that we see far too often in professional sports, especially in the NFL.
Correct.
You get these big, strong, burly guys that think they know everything about everything, and they just get very physical with their women because you can't tell me what to do. I make $100 million, and I have lots of money and guns and jewelry and blah, 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 so get out of here and bang, bang kind of thing. Like, it's very unfortunate that this happens a lot, but at the same time, I'm glad that we are seeing the guys that were either ones committing the issues and or those who's trying to help prevent it, because I think it's going to be a more positive thing for the league going forward, hopefully.
Right, I agree.
So Lord willing, that will be a big, big thing moving forward for all of them. Checking the comments as well, too. A couple of people tuning in. Good to see you, Drew and Sarah, Liz, Brew. Great to see all of you. Simon says, I hear Donald is going to replace the national anthem with the Team America theme. That would be rather interesting if he did do that. Adam says, this is why I need Tanner, because Tanner would be doing this in the Trump voice. I pledge allegiance to me, the best person in the universe. Yes, I completely agree. And then Chris says, this is why I only do audio podcasts. Pants are optional. You guys can't see my pants. If I'm even wearing any pants.
I think they can.
Nobody, and that could be my tan leg.
Oh.
Don't read into it. You guys never see Jamie. Jamie's never done a single show where you've actually had to see her stand. I mean, she stood up once, I think, when we got those shirts.
Yeah.
Aside from that, you do every show completely naked from the waist down, and nobody knows. And you wear high heels.
Yeah.
So.
Stiletto pumps.
Yeah.
In the club.
Yes. 100% accurate. But, like, that's the best part about, I feel like, all of this is that you guys just don't know. Like, people, that's the great part of it. How many times do you see guys on Fox Sports or other places that are just like, yeah, like, here I am, and then they get up and it's just like, you know, little shorts, and it's like, oh, like, or like athletic joggers or something.
Right.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. People are apparently talking about, what is this here? Chuck E. Cheese going on here? New Berlin? What is going on?
Like the
the Stonefire?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Berlin, like an upscale Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, yeah, on Moreland, it's a valid point. Yeah, it's much nicer than Chuck E. Cheese. Chris also says, yet Adrian Peterson gets excused because people think he might still be a great running back. Spoiler, he isn't. Now, that's a little debatable of a topic there, Chris. Adrian Peterson versus Ray Rice or Marshawn Lynch. I would still take Adrian Peterson. I mean, I don't want to get into what Adrian Peterson did. Yes, don't beat your children. Clearly set an example and let them know who the authority is, but at the same time, don't beat them. But Adrian Peterson, yes, is a Hall of Fame running back. He is going to be a great running back, but I would still take him over a Ray Rice. I would still take him over a Marshawn Lynch. I would take him over virtually all except maybe 2 running backs in the NFL currently. I would Le'Veon Bell and Ezekiel Elliott are the only 2 running backs I can honestly say I would choose over Adrian Peterson on all the NFL teams currently. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am.
He says last year, 1.9 yards per carry for AP.
Yeah, because he played in how many games? Oh, that's right, 3 games. So that's why. You know? Look at the last stats when he played a full season. He blew the roof off the league. I mean, you can't judge a guy based off of what he did for 3 games. I probably could have rushed for 1.3 yards a game for 3 games in an NFL season. Like, the man got hurt, and then the year before that, he was suspended for 15 games. So you can't truly think that he is not going to be a dominant force in the NFL this year. I think you'd be foolish to think something like that, in my personal opinion. Granted, people have their own opinions. Chris has his opinion. Clearly, he's on the hashtag no AP train. Totally understand with that. But if AP decides to come to Green Bay, which I don't think he's going to do, I'm not going to be mad about that because I know the Packers have a great offensive line, which is going to then ultimately allow for AP to rush for at least more than 2 yards a game or 2 yards a carry because he's a very talented running back, in my opinion. You're giving me this like side.
No, I'm just going to let you keep going.
No, keep.
I agree. No, I like
it's fine.
No,
I just wanted. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like AP, even though he's a baby beater.
It's a baby beater. Wow, when you put it like that.
I didn't beat this kid.
Chris says, "I'll die on this hill." Good for you, Chris. I'm glad somebody's on the hill with you. That's all that matters. As long as you feel loved and welcomed on the hill, that's all that matters. It is also Tuesday, which means it is a Yes Drama Day here for us as we wrap up the show here, Jamie. I know I have my Yes Drama apparently has to do with Chris because I'm having some drama with Chris because he apparently doesn't like Adrian Peterson. And I think if Adrian Peterson was on any team in the NFL, they would instantly be a high-caliber possible Super Bowl champion because he's that good. Aside from the Vikings, because the Vikings clearly can't put it together. Any other team, 30 other teams in the league, he's a great player. So my Yes Drama was with you this morning, Chris, because you just, you're irking me. No, I'm kidding. You're a nice guy, Chris. What about you? Do you have a Yes Drama today, Jamie?
Oh, I just want to go back to hockey, so I'm just going to...
Just talk about hockey, then. What is your Yes Drama for hockey?
I just can't believe what's happening.
Oh, my God!
I can't believe Anaheim came back. I can't believe the Blue Jackets are down 3 games. I can't believe the Predators are winning.
So many things
I can't believe.
Taking place in sports.
Also, let's talk about the late start times. That's what I have an issue.
There
That's my
you
drama.
go.
8:30 at night.
I knew we'd get her there eventually.
In 8:30 start time, like bump a game to 6 p.m. so that we can start. Okay, I meant 5 p.m. Because no one wants to watch hockey at 8:30 at night to go until 1 o'clock in the morning when you have 3 overtimes. Like that's not fun for anybody.
I agree.
Unless you went 3-on-3 and then that overtime ended quickly. But
it
that's
doesn't.
my drama. My drama's with you, the NHL. Get your crap together.
Get it together.
I like my sleep.
Here's your crap. Take it and gather it together.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That's all you got, huh?
That's all I got.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. I was trying to find Predators Blackhawks highlights so we could watch those.
My gosh.
To close the show.
Go to NHL on NBC on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
There's this ridiculous save that Pekka Rinne had last night with, bring it up.
Okay. Well, is that what is it, NHL on NBC?
Uh-huh.
But the full game highlights, though? Because that's what I want to see is the full game highlights.
But you just got to see this one.
Just got to see this one highlight. Why are the Anaheim Ducks on the cover photo? That doesn't make any sense to me. Where are the videos? Let's just go to videos. Yeah, this will probably make life so much easier. Quickly. Nashville Predators takes a stranglehold on the series. Stranglehold. What am I looking for here? I just wanted to see the highlights, and now you're making this.
I know, but
you're making this. You're making this complicated.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Whatever. Predators versus Blackhawks.
Oh, game-winning goal. Sorry.
Oh my gosh! All right, I just want to put these up here really fast. See if I can't. Wow, these are long
video.
So long highlights. Let's see here. We'll pull these up and have this kind of in the background here as we kind of close out the program here, because I know that you're obviously you're hyped about it. So we don't necessarily care about this spot. We care about more so like the goals that are actually taking place, right? And
right.
I mean, people are like beating up cars, like people are just
their smash car.
Smash car. Get excited here, apparently. Here, we'll have to.
Oh, that was probably the save I was
the
talking
save?
about.
I'm sorry. Here. Bounces around. Oh!
Look, he's out of the crease, and he saves it with his stick.
Dear God.
Unbelievable.
This is your entertainment. Jamie watching the highlights from last night. Oh, what another save!
He's so good.
You can't get. This is the best thing we've done all day is Jamie watching Predators highlights.
God.
Unbelievable. Here we go. Second period. It gets better. PK.
There was either 6 or 8 straight minutes of penalties for the Predators.
Unbelievable. First goal, Rasmussen.
Yeah, who is that? Just kidding. He came from.
Oh, how did he
NHL.
sneak that in there? Good Lord.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
He's just like, I did something. I think hockey commentating is by far my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. You can't be doing that. You can't be hitting it over the glass like that. It's like you don't even know how to play the game.
Then it's penalty. Then it's penalty. Then it's a penalty. And another penalty.
Power play. Make the pass, man. Taking too long. Hit it.
I literally said 2 here. I literally said there 2. I was like, they're going to score. I was like, no, they're not. I'm like, we're terrible on the shorthand.
On defending shorthand power plays. What a shot from Patrick Kane. Bang. Woo. Wow. Yeah, he's just like, what is that? Oh, like he has like that much of a space to get through.
Yeah,
and just
great.
blasts it. My gosh. Nothing happens in the second period, right? Do the Predators actually do anything in the second?
No.
So they just kind of run around for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. You're just like, you're waiting for the good stuff. That's all it is. Oh, what a save.
And why is Tutu even out there? He sucks. They just have him out there because he's an aggressor, and they were trying to start shit.
Unbelievable. You want to see Jamie in her purest form? It's here. All right, third period. This is where Jamie loses her mind. Check it out. Oh, what a pass.
God, he's so good.
You got to make that goal, though, like at the same time.
Yay! Oh, and then he scores again.
Oh, they got to review it. Oh,
and they reviewed the second one. Like, I was mad about that, too.
you're like, guys, just let it. Just
Call
the goal.
Stop trying to find something wrong with it, you turds. Good goal. Yes, Phil.
Get it. Then I got chaotic. What a
So
goal.
exciting.
Oh, my gosh.
And then Fiala has 2 amazing shots on goal that he should have made in, but Crawford saved him, and then he finally gets third time's the charm.
Third time is the charm here. Look at that. Whoop. Yeah, he tried to go for the leg save there.
Yeah, see, they reviewed it again, and it wasn't goalie interference. He was out of the crease.
Unbelievable. We're going to OT, baby. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So overtime. This is where it goes crazy, huh?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Wow. Well, if there was never a better way to end a show, I think that might be it, honestly. Holy cow.
That's probably my favorite.
You're welcome. That way you could actually just fully embrace, and you guys could see Jamie at her rawest, purest form there, just loving life, basically. Grant's chiming in as well, too. Good morning to you, Grant. Those Blues, Grant. How you feeling about those Blues? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Jesse was saying, though, he's like, I mean, how can you be mad about the start times? Like, they're perfect for the West Coast. Listen, Jesse.
So I was up till 1:30 in the morning watching hockey, which is great, but I have to be here early.
True. That is very true. Jesse wants to know if I've ever heard of Rick Jeanneret. I don't know if I have, honestly. I'm going to have to go and check him out, honestly, and see.
I have not.
Jeff also asked the question, is how many Preds play for the Admirals or play on the Admirals? Do you know officially?
Well, I think the question should be reversed, and that would be 18.
How many?
There are 18 Predators that were Admirals.
Gotcha.
Or 16.
Yes.
That's and there's one Predator on the Admirals roster right now.
And how's that working out for him? Yeah.
It's
Playoffs, baby. Admirals are making the run for the playoffs. Check them out. Support your local AHL team. Hockey.
Woo!
This has been fun. Should we do it tomorrow?
We should.
Can we talk more hockey, probably?
We can.
And other things?
We can.
Oh, my gosh. Always fun. You guys are the best. Thanks, Jamie. You're the greatest. Thanks to Amy Page as well, who swung by, one of our NHL correspondents, for giving us a little bit more look at the hockey world. I never talk about hockey all year until it comes to the playoffs, of course, because everybody and their mother loves playoff hockey. Totally get it. All about it. I love it. You're the best. You guys are the best. BrewSportsNet.com is the website. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, I guess. Yeah, and Twitter as well. At BrewSportsNet. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Find us on Spreaker.com. Download our podcast on iTunes as well. We are all over the place. We are in your face in a good way. And we promise to give you the very biggest, best, and amazingest stuff. What? What are you
Nothing.
owing? No, you're owing.
I
what?
I just reread Jeff's comment. He said how many Preds played on the Admirals.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's why I asked the way I did.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
the better
wasn't-
question, I'm like, or you just answered the same question I just already asked you.
I gotta go. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Morning Brew at 7 a.m. Central Time, 8 Eastern. Coming up next is Pick Six with Tanner Burke and James Stewart, the NFL-style show here for you that you're not going to want to miss. Even producer Baxter sometimes makes an appearance on the show as well, too, so don't miss it. That's coming up next at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, live on Brew Sports. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time on Brew Sports.
Because I read it as, like, are playing on. Like, how many Preds are playing on the